Hey, it's Justinian with the Eastern Shore Permaculture Institute. We're continuing our road trip. We are in New Mexico in the Lincoln National Forest on the other side. Go ahead and turn around and show them the view really quick. What we're looking at. So what I did last night, well, my sister taught. She's a teacher and she taught on Zoom from the car. It's wild what you can do. This pandemic has been terrible in a million ways, but it's shown us that you can do a lot of different things in a lot of different ways. So what I did is I went and found some wild yucca. I believe that's what it's called out here. This is that leaf that grows out on all the spikes. I stabbed myself when I was harvesting. It's pretty sharp. But what I did is I found a sharpish rock, and then I napped down the edges by sort of hitting it like this. That creates a new edge. And so I went through and broke up the fibers like this, and then scraped off all the cellulose, all the stuff that the plant uses for photosynthesis. And you're left with plant material that looks sort of like this. It's really fibrous and sort of glarmpy. It's an original word, you can use that if you'd like, but you can see lots of really good fibers here. And so I ended up actually weaving that into a rope. And you can see, it's pretty strong. And the test of a good rope is if you can tie a knot with it. So I just made, my little brother teaches me how to make knots when I'm home for Christmas. And so I just made a slip knot in the rope, and it still works. And as you can see, you can tighten it up and the knot holds. So that was a cool thing to do last night, just sitting by the fire pit, is making homemade rope out of yucca leaves. All state parks in New Mexico are closed to out-of-state residents. It doesn't matter if you have a COVID test, doesn't matter if you haven't been around people, they're just closed. And there's one camper on the other side of the gate with all the signs, so I'm guessing they're there to sort of guard the path, which is unfortunate because we have been COVID safe and we have gotten tested before we left for the trip and haven't seen anybody yet. But rules are rules, even if they're stupid. Nature doesn't close, and we've got masks if we do see people, but we'll try and figure out what we're doing tomorrow. Hey, it's Justinian here with my sister Laurel. We're hiking up to that peak there in the Lincoln National Forest. One of the coolest things about national forests is that they are our forests. There's no entrance fee. You can camp wherever you want as long as you're far enough away from water, as long as you're being safe about fires. Obviously, don't remove species, don't kill things. But we just sort of picked a direction and said, let's get to the top of that mountain, and we started walking. So our campsite is back here, right there, and we walked all the way up the mountain. You can see it's not a bad view. Nobody around. COVID's definitely still an issue, but when you're on the side of a hill in nature, it seems a little bit less scary. So here we are.
Hey,
Laurel's checking for snakes.
Hey.
So this was where we were trying to get this guy here, and we made it, and the view does not disappoint.
Hey.
And again, back to the campsite. A little bit different plant life than in Maryland. The original goal was to go up that crag to the tippy top, but it's been, an hour and a half? And we only brought 2 water bottles, so we made it to this guy. Gonna have a snack, and that'll be it. So we wanted to go somewhere where there weren't a lot of people. Just trying to be COVID safe with all this. So someone that I know recommended White Sands National Monument, and the people camping across the road from us, the dirt road from us, told us we had to get a sled. So we have a sled, and I guess we're gonna go sledding on these sand dunes today. Again, if you want to talk about social distancing, this is it.
I don't know if I've ever seen a sunset like this in my life.
Hey, it's the next day. We liked White Sands National Park so much we came back. It's an important thing to talk about. We have the wildlife refuge close to us, or smaller refuges in the eastern shore of Maryland, but a national park is such a great resource for our country. It's a protected land where we as a civilization decided this is too beautiful to be used for something else other than the public's enjoyment. So we did a little walk around today on an interpretive trail and found out that the whole thing was going to be turned into a gypsum mine at some point. So this wouldn't have even been here. And it really is a national treasure, not in the stupid movie sense, but in the treasure of our nationality, of what makes us Americans. So if you have the chance ever in legislation to vote to make more national parks, do it.